مرحبا بكم في قناة أطلانتس، قناة العملات القديمة والنادرة. لا تنسوا بالضغط على زر الإعجاب وتفعيل جرس الاشتراك حتى يصلكم كل جديد على قناتنا.
1958 wheat penny value, how much is it worth today in 2024? In 1958, an economic recession swept across the United States and past its borders. Despite all that, the U.S. Mint continues with its duties, one of which is to mint the last issue of the Lincoln wheat penny. As the last year of the Lincoln wheat cent, we'll talk about the 1958 wheat penny, its value, varieties, grading, errors. 1958 no mint mark P wheat penny value. The recession of 1958 is considered to be the most significant economic recession in the post-World War II era. Many people were opting out of buying new cars, disincentivized to building new houses. While the Lincoln wheat penny has seen better mintages just a few years before 1958, this recession, also called the Eisenhower recession, touched a smidge of the Philadelphia mintage. From 1957 to 1958, the mintage of the Lincoln wheat penny halved from the 1956 mintage, from over 420 million pieces in 1956 to over 280 million pieces and 250 million pieces in 1957 and 1958, respectively. The 1958 wheat penny is the last issue for the Lincoln wheat cent series, making it a popular issue among collectors. With many collectors having started their numismatic hobbies with this coin, the beloved series end is considered a must-have for their collections. Through sheer numbers and recency, the 1958 P wheat penny is plentiful across all grades, even up to the gem grades. The population drastically drops on higher gems, and fully read examples on those grades can be challenging, but not impossible, to find. Brown 1958 P wheat pennies are extremely cheap, even at gem grades, and you can get one of them for not more than $120. Red-brown varieties only increase the price range almost insignificantly, starting at $7 and peaking at $170. Red examples might start to dent your budget, but only at the highest grade. You can have an MS-66 RD 1958 P wheat penny for $42, but the best one available, only a grade higher at MS-67, will set you back $645. The current auction record price is $9,000 for an MS-67 Plus RD piece. 1958 D wheat penny value. Similar to the 1958 P wheat penny, the sheer amount of pieces minted and the relative newness of the 1958 D wheat penny make it plentiful across all grades and varieties, spare for the highest grade available. The examples of this variety were generally well made, although an impatient buyer might stumble across imperfections caused by worn and chipped dies. The price curve of the brown 1958 D wheat penny is the same as the brown 1958 P wheat penny, from $100 to $120. Red-brown examples are slightly cheaper than that of 1958 P, peaking only at $14. Red specimens are also cheaper, starting at $25. You can get a cheap gem, MS-66, for only $250, but the highest grade available will cost you $2,500. The current auction record is an MS-67 Plus RD specimen, which sold for $3,360. 1958 proof wheat penny value. The Philadelphia Mint decided to reel the numbers back, settling on a 30% reduction and a final mintage count of over 800,000 pieces minted for the 1958 proof wheat penny issue. The reduction did not affect the availability of these proofs, being plentiful in red varieties. There are also plenty of cameo examples for choice collectors, and ultra-deep cameo specimens are enough for those who are willing to shell out the money for it. With the multiplicative increases in mintage over the 1950s, the master hubs evidently wore out, which caused certain minute details on the coins to become less pronounced. Most notably, the obverse, which contains Lincoln's bust, suffered a great loss of detail on Lincoln's beard, making him look like he has an elongated chin. The red 1958 proof wheat penny starts out cheap at $75 for a PR64 piece and modestly increases up to $85 for a PR68 example. The best one for this variety, PR69, can be had for $450. Cameo varieties start at $15 for PR64, modestly increasing up to $100 for PR67. The highest grades, PR68 and Prairie 69, are available for $750 and $1,200, respectively. The Ultra Cameo specimens start at $540, then steeply increase up to $14,000 for a PR68 piece. The current auction record price is $50,400 for a PR69 Deep Cameo specimen. 1958 Wheat Penny, Double Die Obverse, DDO, Error. An extremely rare 1958 Lincoln, Double Die Obverse cent topped Great Collection's latest offerings of Stuart Blaize collection of Lincoln cents, realizing $1,136,250 on January 22, 2023. Called the King of Double Dies, Blaize example was graded mint state 65 red by Professional Coin Grading Service and is the finest of 3 known examples. It carries a green Certified Acceptance Corp. sticker. Great Collections founder Ian Russell said it was the first Lincoln cent to sell at auction for over $1 million and the first non-gold 20th century coin to realize 7 figures. The double die error is an error that occurs in the hubbying process. When the hub, which has a positive impression of the design, is pressed onto a blank die to transfer a negative impression of the design and does so multiple times, there might be instances when the subsequent presses may not align with the first one. This results in a doubled design that manifests often as tiny nubs on the edges of certain design elements. However, the 1958 Wheat Penny has a very particular variety of the doubled die error. Instead of minute design nubs, the doubled design is very clearly seen on multiple elements of the design. Liberty and In God We Trust are very clearly doubled on the obverse of the coin. This variety is considered to be one of the strongest DDO errors in the entire series. It is also one of the rarest coins. There are only 3 known examples containing this specific error. Only a grade higher at MS64RD will set you back $336,000. And the current auction record was an MS65RD piece sold just year 2023 for over $1,136,250. That's a lot of money for a coin that only had a face value of 1 cent. 1958 Wheat Penny FAQ. Is a 1958 wheatback penny worth anything? The 1958 wheatback penny, also called the Lincoln wheat cent, may not be worth much unless you have an uncirculated example, certified by coin grading agencies, with you. The color of the coin will also factor in the final value of the coin. For example, you can sell a brown uncirculated coin for at most $125. A red-brown uncirculated piece can go as high as $14 to $175, depending if it has a mint mark or not. The truly rare examples, such as red specimens, can sell for as high as $250 to $645. What is the error on a 1958 wheat penny? The 1958 wheat penny has a prominent variety of DDO errors. In fact, it is considered to be one of the strongest DDO errors across the entire Lincoln wheat cent series, together with the 1955 wheat penny DDO piece. The doubled elements Liberty and In God We Trust on the obverse of the coin can be very clearly seen at a glance. It is also a very rare coin, with only 3 pieces known to exist. One of them was sold for over $1 million.